Well, gentlemen, thank you for staying with me. But I understand that for now we still have Dighi Mathew. Mathew, let me start with your reaction to that soundbite we just played from the very extensive interview the Minister of the FCT, the former Governor of Rivers State, did have with the press, where he talked about the Ijaw nation, and he said quite a number of things that is still generating reaction. What is your take on some of the things he said as the national youth leader of PANDEF?
Yeah, I think to start this way, in respect of the crisis rocking the Rivers State right now, but it's quite a long time to understand that this crisis has been there for so many years, and it's affecting the youth like us. The former governor of Rivers State have done so well when he was the governor of Rivers State for 8 years, and we never expected him to be cutting more crisis again. We are looking forward to be a father of the state, but for him to be planning all this internal crisis, rocking the PDP, rocking the Rivers State leadership, is very bad. As the Assistant National Youth Leader of PANDEF, I think Saturday we set up a press conference in respect of what he has done or what he has said to the entire Niger Delta. But I'm appealing to him, he should calm down and take things easily for his life, for himself, and for the state.
Okay, you said that you would hold a national press conference this coming weekend to address some of the issues he raised concerning the Ijaw people, and that you're appealing that he should calm down for his life amongst a series of other things and rest. Did I get that correctly?
Yeah, you know, he said in his chat that PANDEF is a one-state organization so far. He also said the Ijaw, who are the Ijaw, who have resolved to all crises that are happening across this where Ijaw is, and it's very bad. What we are saying is that he have ruled the state and gone. He said it in one of his speech that if God make him to rule the state for 8 years, he will go. He have nothing to do with the state. But my greatest surprise, it looked like a devil who never talked true to people. That whatever all what he say, he didn't keep up to it. So it should just calm down to cause more blood crisis in Rivers State. I don't like it. I know how many youth that died from 2015 to date in respect of crisis of election and that. It's very bad.
All right.
I don't know what caused all this problem, whether not power tools. But one thing I need to let him know is that whatever you say, we will use against you. He talk about fatalism in this state will not work during the reason of Rotimi Amechi, and he is now working the same similar what he claimed that he's doing against Rotimi Amechi at that time, and he's also repeating it now with Governor Fubara. So I don't really know where it's coming from.
All right, let me leave you for a moment, and let me bring into the conversation Judge Turnah is the Zonal Secretary of South-South Zone, the People's Democratic Party. Judge, thank you for joining the program. Let me start by asking your reaction, just slightly away from the press conference the Minister of the FCT did hold recently, and a breaking story where the State House has issued a notice to the Governor of the state and his deputy, accusing them of several offenses. Part of it includes unconstitutional spending of public funds, obstruction of Assembly's activity, appointment of individuals to government positions without required screening and confirmation, amongst a list of other issues. I'd like your reaction as, the Zonal Secretary of the South-South People's Democratic Party.
Thank you, and good evening, Nigerians. Clearly, the crisis in Rivers State is avoidable, clearly avoidable. And I've listened to my brother, the youth leader of PANDEF, You see, a terrible mistake that is made is taking politics into the realm of ethnicism and region affairs. Politics is politics. And we all know that politics is played on permanent interests. I am very certain that as at when Nyesom Wike made up his mind to support Governor Sim to the governor of Rivers State, he had certain interests at heart. You can't take it away from him. He's a politician. And not to even say that he is still relevant. He's holding a sensitive federal appointment, a political office that requires him to continue, to hold on to his base. Politics is local. So when we bring in ethnicity and, regionalism and all of it really, look at what happened in Lagos. The speaker was removed with the full backing of the state governor. A new speaker was elected. We all saw the drama. Today, what has happened? The speaker is back. Everybody is working as a family. It's politics. It's interest. I never, for once, witnessed either PANDEF or the INC, the Joint National Congress, or the Judges Council, paid a visit to then Governor Nyesom Wike to make a demand of him, to make an adjourned governor. There was never a time, I can't recall. So meaning that his support for Governor Sim was slim. And he would have done so with plans and interests. We don't take that away. Now, you know that whatever we say here will be speculative of what the real issues between the gladiators, especially our leader Nyesom Wike and the Governor Fubara. None of us knows what exactly is the issue.
I'm sorry to interrupt your line of thought. You said that none of you know what exactly the real issues are between the Minister of the FCT, in person of Nyesom Wike, and the Governor of Rivers State, the current Governor, Nyesom Wike. You're saying none of you know the real issues involved.
You didn't allow me to land. Maybe there would not have been a need for this question.
No, I needed clarity. That's why I asked.
So let me land so that you know where I'm going to. So none of us, know the issue, because whatever everybody speaks from the point of convenience. Either you are for Sim, you speak, on the side of convenience. If you are for Nyesom Wike, you speak from that side of convenience. But there is one thing that is obvious to all of us, and that thing is about maintaining a structure in Rivers State, a political structure in Rivers State that has Nyesom Wike as a leader. We don't need a prophet to interpret that one. So if a structure has to be maintained, this structure has produced a governor in the person of Governor Nyesom Fubara. It is now incumbent on him, expected of him, to do everything within his powers to keep that family together. Because politics is interest. Structure is important. Now,
and even if that structure involves him kissing the ring of the former governor of the state, who is now the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike.
Well, we have not seen him do so.
I'm asking. You said it's important that he does everything to maintain it.
My brother, look, if you want to make me a governor, if I have things that will make me not to accept the governorship, I'll tell you I don't want. You see, people who are not in the ring, who know what it takes to make a governor. for some of us, even at our small levels, to make a councillor from your ward, to make somebody a councillor, doesn't come easy. It's not bread and butter.
Oh, okay, George, just quickly. Just quickly.
So I don't want to stay on the side of speculations and politics and all of that, but I want to go to the real issues. As a governor, you have a duty by your oath of office to maintain certain codes of conduct. Now, in the case of Governor Nyesom Fubara, the Supreme Court, that is the highest court in the land, have come out to say in a final judgment that you committed X, Y, Z as governor. The Supreme Court, in a judgment, convicted, if I'm allowed to use that word. I'm
sorry. We are really, working with time. We are racing with time. But let me just ask you quickly. Let me ask you quickly, so that I can move to Mathew. Now, does it worry the People's Democratic Party? I mean, you are a leader, a zonal secretary, of the South-South zone of the People's Democratic Party. Does it worry you as a party that the governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Fubara, might face an impeachment process?
Of course, it does worry me, and I'm sure the party is worried also. You see, very recently, if you recall, there was this impeachment in Edo State, where one of our governors, and his deputy disagreed, and it led to impeachment processes and proceedings at the time of the deputy governor. At the end of the day, you saw that impeachment did not stand. So we are worried as a party because the fortunes of our party in Rivers State, with all of these crises, it's an issue.
All right.
We needed to maintain the confidence, of the people of Rivers State. Recall that Rivers State have remained predominantly a PDP state. So all of this crisis is of a serious worry and concern to us.
Right.
And that is where organizations like PANDEF and the INC and you see, my worry is that every organization who had the opportunity or who would have been in a position to put the leaders together to resolve this issue.
Okay.
Both sides from the beginning of this matter.
All right.
And it becomes difficult when you have taken sides and when you have made statements that suggest, taking sides. It becomes difficult to get the confidence of the other party.
All right.
That's where we are.
George, thank you so much. Because we are really racing with time, I'd like to, my final question to Mathew on this one. Now, recently, the National Youth Wing of PANDEF actually did issue a 48-hour ultimatum to the Minister of the FCT, that's Nyesom Wike, to give an unreserved apology for his alleged insult on the Ijaw Nation, during, of course, his recent media rally, which he has denied that he never did even, insult the Ijaw Nation. But my question is, has he given such an apology? And if he doesn't, what's your next move?
Yeah, let me put it this way. The one result to PANDEF in this issue, it was a result that out of last year, PANDEF came up with a reconciliation committee headed by the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Victor Obongota, and they did everything possible to meet with Nyesom Wike in respect of what had happened in Rivers State. But what made the PANDEF came up as a result to give a PANDEF National Youth to came up as a result to give that 48 hours. It was as a result after visit Mr. President in respect of 1, 2, 3 that affected the region, and the former governor of Rivers State, which is the current minister of FCT, come in a chart and said PANDEF is the worst state organization, where men that matters in the South-South was in that delegation to the Mr. President. And at this point, that brings out what you think PANDEF is coming up to say 1, 2, 3 in respect of that thing. And that apology is necessary for the former governor of Rivers State to tender to PANDEF.
Because we need to go. What if he refuses to apologize? What next?
INC. because this organization is in the South where him also come from. You cannot insult your father because of politics. Not everything you play politics with. Why must you come and play politics with your father or with a regional organization? As I said initially, it is right for him to give that apology. It's in a chat where he publicly said PANDEF is a worsted organization. They
so
came to him
quickly before, because we need to go. If he refuses to apologize, what next? If he refuses to apologize, what next?
Then there must be another way out to make it to understand that for you to insult your father, there are other children who can also insult you, because what goes around comes around. If you don't have respect in elders, the children you come now will not have respect to you too.
All right, gentlemen, I really wish we could continue this conversation, but there's the beat time will permit us. Dighi Mathew, National Youth Leader of PANDEF, River State, thank you.
If I can just say something about the PANDEF.
Okay, 30 seconds. Yeah. 30 seconds.
PANDEF is a very senior and respectable organization, and we all owe it to PANDEF as a very serious organization in Niger Delta. I think that the leadership of PANDEF should take another step in trying to reconcile parties and bring peace to River State and indeed every other Niger Delta. So they are a parent organization.
All right.
They are a parent organization. They should do more. I believe that PANDEF can resolve this crisis.
All right, Turnah, thank you so much for your time. Zonal Secretary, South Zone, the People's Democratic Party, joining virtually from River State. It's been a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you once again.